Yo dude, my name's Danny Andrucci, and this is my first YouTube video that I've filmed in 15 years. So be nice to me because I'm scared. Anyway, I'm just gonna adjust a couple of things real quick and then we'll get into it. Oh, hello. Sorry, my cat needs snuggles. You wanna say hi? Oh, that's violent. You're being violent. Okay, I'll put you down. So today I'm going to be using Dungeons & Dragons as an example, but this technique can be applied to any type of storytelling though. You could use it for a novel, you could use it for Dungeons & Dragons, you could use it for a screenplay or a short film. But this is universal writing advice that I know is going to help you make better characters for the next project that you have. So this character method is dead simple, and the easiest way to do it is to just answer the 5 simple questions that will help you define who your character is. Those 5 questions are as follows. Now I know what you're thinking. Those aren't questions. Those are just words. And you're right, but it's how you use those words that is the trick here. Trauma, misbelief, desire, need, and truth. With those 5 things, if you can answer those elements for your character, it will automatically generate a character for you. I promise you it works every single time. This is the system that I use for the characters that I've been writing in a novel that I'm working on. This is the system that I use for writing my Dungeons & Dragons character. It's the advice that I've given to all my friends, new players and old. It is nearly a perfect system. So let's go over some of these points and you'll see exactly what I mean. So the simplest way to break down trauma is, what is the thing that happened in your character's past that caused their internal misbelief? This is going to be something that really deeply informs a misbelief of your character. Does your character openly share their trauma with others, or do they tend to keep that stuff a secret? Do they have a trauma response? And what is that response whenever they come up against the thing that has traumatized them from their past? Are they haphazard and are they reckless? Are they omissive and sneaky? Are they completely avoidant of the problem altogether? Now, informing their misbelief is the next step. The misbelief is a personal or internal misbelief of your character. It often is a flawed perspective, and it should be something that drives your character towards their desire. Your character should believe this misbelief wholeheartedly. It should cause friction and tension between other people, or maybe even conflict if somebody is to contest this thing that they believe in. How does this misbelief strain the relationships that your character is trying to form? It could be something relatable, like, I'll never be smart enough to become a strong witch. Or something a little more nebulous, like, nothing can kill me, not after I survive my tribe's massacre. Or something a little bit more concrete, like, my half-brother must die. Whatever it is, it needs to push your character towards their desire. And if it's not pushing your character towards their desire, then it's not really their misbelief. Desire is your character's motivation, goal, or want. We're using the same examples from before. I will be the strongest witch if I can get my hands on this ancient staff. I must protect anyone that suffers injustice at the hands of the same mercenaries that massacred my tribe. I want revenge, and I will hunt down my brother and replace him as leader. It's what they believe will rectify their past trauma. Your desire doesn't have to be a good thing, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, but your character has to want something. Whether they get it or not is up to you. Or I guess in D&D it's going to be more up to your DM if your character gets that. Or the dice, depending on how nice your DM is. But the most important part is that the desire isn't the be-all end-all answer for your character. The thing that is their need. And their need is the thing that will actually help your character rectify their past trauma. Again, with the same examples. It was never the staff that was going to give me the strong magic that I desired. It was accepting who I was, who I had hidden from the rest of you. I have to stop being so careless with my actions. I have new people that depend on me now. I never truly wanted to replace my brother. I needed to be honest about who I really was all along too. Your character's need is something that they could be completely oblivious to. It could be something that they discover throughout the course of the story. It could be something that you can save until a little bit later on, and that maybe your DM can help you work on. Or if you're using this technique for writing characters in a novel, it could be something that you could come up with and just get started with writing in the first place. That's the most important thing, is just making a character that's fun and compelling. You don't need to answer everything here, but this is a really good framework to get started with. But before your character can have their need, they have to accept their truth. And your character's truth can often help dispel the character's internal misbelief, or it can change your character's current desire. At very least, it should give them a stronger, more objective understanding of the reality and the world that they're in, or maybe even the people that they're traveling with. One last time, using the same examples from before. I was never meant to be a witch. I must accept my ancestry and the magic that was in me all along. I'm a sorcerer. No matter how many mercenaries I pick a fight with, it won't bring back my tribe, or my amputated leg. I have to put a stop to my old mercenary group, and my brother who's leading it. The barbarian's my brother now. You can see how easily these three ideas can interweave and tie together. I even, for a little bit of fun, took the last two characters and weaved their storylines together in a way that could build tension or could make really interesting character interactions during gameplay, depending on what they've told each other and if they're keeping things a secret from one another. This character arc system is just a really fast and dirty way to make a character that is compelling, that gets you started. I have a more intricate character profile system that I use, especially for characters that I'm writing in a novel where I feel that you really need to understand those characters, especially in a character-driven story. And I'll make a video on that later. But for now, if you liked this information and you found it useful, please give me a like and leave me a comment letting me know if you're going to use it in your next campaign or on your next character. Hell, write down these 5 points in the comments and give me a really interesting character that you think would be cool, or apply it to a character that you're already playing that you may not actually know where their story's going. On my channel, I plan to discuss everything storytelling and things that will just give you techniques and systems to make better characters, stories, world building, anything and all that will make you the best lore master and storyteller that you can be. I'm also writing a book, and a lot of the advice that I'm giving on this channel is advice that I use myself every single day. And I wouldn't waste your time with advice that I wouldn't use myself. If this advice is useful to you, then please consider giving me a subscribe as well. I hope this advice helps either you or your entire campaign to have a more rich and interesting world.